Funding for digital health companies in the United States has dropped to the lowest level since 2017, but there's a bright spot. Let's dive in. Hey there, and welcome to episode number 14 of the Engaging Niche HCP Audience. And I'm your host, Jason Fair, and excited to get into this episode because we're going to focus on digital health funding. And yeah, it's dramatically dropped since 2017. No surprise for most marketers that are in this health tech space. And life science, genetics, and genomics, it's on a roller coaster ride right now. And I'm going to put the stats up on the screen. Boom. So when we get into this is a report that I'm looking at. So it's from CB Insights. You may have seen this report before. They do a great job. I'm not signed up for the paid subscription. I'm thinking about paying for it. Honestly, I haven't looked at it, but there's some great insights that I want to dive into. And there's, again, maybe no surprise about these digital health funding and how it's dropped significantly. You can see here from Q2 2023, funding dropped 3% quarter over quarter. And then the number of deals have dropped pretty significantly, 25%. And like I said, not a surprise to most people in the space around healthcare, medical technology, life science, biotech. If you're in this industry, you've seen this, but it's kind of cool to see the graphs of this state of digital health for Q2 again of this year. What's also interesting, and you probably have gotten this right away too, but it's ridden the roller coaster of the pandemic of COVID-19. So if you look at it through COVID, it shot up significantly. So at the peak in 2021 Q2, which again, everybody was in this state of pandemic, maybe coming down a little bit at that point, but not much. Digital health funding was at the peak. And then from there, it's been a trickle down effect since. Funding from Q1 of this year. And again, this report is focused on Q2 of this year. So if you look back at the graph here at Q1, again, it's 3.5 billion. We're at 3.4 billion. Q4 of last year, we were at 3.6 billion. So obviously, when we're talking billions, it's not a huge impact, but 3% is significant, again, when it comes to billions. So that's the state of digital health funding. There are a couple bright spots that I wanted to talk about. But before we get into the bright spot, I definitely wanted to talk about where the deals are happening. And this may be interesting as well. So if we look at it here, the focus for most of the deals and funding has been coming around care delivery and navigation tech. Well, what does that mean? Well, I'll get into it in a moment, and I'm going to name drop specifically. So I was able to dive into this report and to get, like, what is care delivery? What is navigational tech? I'll get into that in a moment. As we go down to this bar graph here, monitoring, imaging, and diagnostic tech, 77 deals, just under $1 billion in funding. Health insurance and RCM tech, we've got 13 deals there. So you can see the chart here. Health data analytics, 30 deals. Drug R&D tech, 25 deals. Digital therapeutics, 48 deals. And then digital pharma or pharmacy and tech, we're down to just 3 deals. So pretty interesting to see that the care delivery and navigation tech contribute to the most of it. And as I dove into this report a little bit more, what's interesting is specifically around 3 phases when it comes to digital health funding, and from early stage to middle stage to late stage. So if we look at it here on the graph, this is where the state of the industry is at when it comes to digital health funding. So early stage, we're up just a tick at 4% from 2.6 million to 2.7 million for those early stage. Startups for the mid stage were down significantly, 40% or 39%. So we were at last year, and this is year over year numbers, year to date. So we were at 25 million. We're down to 15 million, and then late stage, ready to launch, it dropped fairly significantly too. So we're at 25 million. So it'll be interesting to see how we ride this roller coaster out. Are we at the bottom? I don't know. Time will tell. Hopefully we are, and we see that uptick. So I'll be able to report on this in the next couple months once we get out of Q3 and into Q4. But these are the bright spots that we're seeing as far as the mega rounds specifically. And here, let me put this on the chart here. So let me skip that one actually. So what companies are what we're looking at here? So here's the breakdown. So this is what I want to showcase here. This is the earlier chart, right, where we see this uptick, obviously during the COVID and then down period. But what companies specifically are getting the funding, right? So what we talked about earlier is what companies right here in this care delivery and navigation, what types of companies are those? Well, the deals that happened, those 5 deals that happened in Q2, as you can see up on the screen here, specifically around, and let me see if I can put this, but yeah, so the 5 deals, these are the companies, HeartFlow, cardiovascular AI company, 215 million, Strive Health, 166 million, Arthur Health, 115 million. So I'll drop those specific companies in those 5 deals accounted for the largest at close to 30% of the total sector funding in Q2 of 2023. And so I'll put those specifically in the report below. But again, this was just a level set. If this report's been helpful, been valuable, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to continue to do these reports every single quarter and continue to do this. Look forward to talking to you soon. Bye for now.